Hey, what's up guys, Totally Dubbed here, and today I'm going to make a video review of the I-Mego's Retro Heavy Beat headphones. So I got sent these from I-Mego themselves, but regardless, I'm not going to make a biased review because I'd like to be honest in terms of my review of the headphones themselves. As you can see, right by its side, I've got the Sony XB700s, which are very comfortable indeed. So what I'm going to do is, seeing as these are two headphones that I have, regardless of the earphones I have, I'm going to compare them directly. I do realize this has a 40mm driver and this has a 50mm driver. However, both of them are bass heavy. They both work on bass because these babies work on the I-Mego website, are designed for extra bass, and well, these, as you can imagine, are the same thing. So what I'm going to do is compare the two and also look at the price range. So the price range at the moment, for example, on Amazon.co.uk, these are £36 as of the 1st of August 2011, so this is £36, £37 say. The XB500s, the 40mm driver of the Sony's, is £40, and the XB700s, which are these ones, are £61. So that gives you a price difference. So these are pretty much almost double, well, almost double the price. But obviously there are some reasons behind that, and also I can imagine how the 500s are going to compare as well. So first of all, we'll look at the wire. The wire, as you can see, is a rounded wire, whereas on the XB700s, for example, we've got a nice flat wire. In terms of wire-wise, I much prefer the flat wire because it doesn't tangle as much. And also looking at the jack, the I-Megos have a straight jack and these have an L-shaped jack, and yet again I like the L-shaped jack. That's simply because when I'm removing from my MP3 player, I pull it out like this, whereas these ones I almost have to pull them from the cord, or over here it's quite hard because it slips from your hand, so I have to pull them out from here. And imagine a year later, this wire will probably detach from its actual casing over here. I've had that problem with my some other earphones that I had, not headphones but earphones that I had, and that caused me to buy new headphones at the end of the day. So first of all, the jack, so winners to the Sony right there. Now in terms of comfort, now these are quite comfortable, however, again, they're not as comfortable as the Sonys. In terms of the padding up here, they're both sort of similar. However, the adjustments of the I-Megos are okay. I do quite like that, the way they adjust. And, you know, compared with these ones which have clicking sort of mechanism, this is more manual, so to speak, but I really like that, what they've done over here. I'm not too sure about that wire. I'm not too fond of that because I can imagine after a while it breaking. It looks kind of loose already, and the wire is actually quite thin, but in terms of the wire quality, it actually looks quite good, as in the actual texture of the wire is really nice. But apart from that, in terms of the actual functionalities of it, sound-wise, well, what the most important thing is, I guess, when you're buying earphones, headphones, or any sound quality products, that the actual sound themselves. Now, the headphones do isolate well, well, kind of noise cancelling wise. They're not noise cancelling headphones, however they do cancel out quite a lot of background noise when you have these around your ears. Simply because of the design, they fit around my ear reasonably comfortably. However, they've got quite a small sort of thing. I mean, if you look at the comparison between the two, it's more oval shaped, whereas that's more round shaped. These fit me much better. Then again, these are 50mm, these are 40mm, so if I have the 40mm of these, they'll probably fit me the same way. So in terms of comfort wise, they're pretty okay. And in terms of actually functionality and using them outside, for example, I could never see myself using these because they're just absolutely huge, whereas the I-Megos, I can actually see them using them outside because they don't look too big and they can fit around your neck quite nicely as well. So the build quality is reasonably okay, and the sound quality, as I said, because of the isolation, is quite good. The actual sound quality itself is actually surprisingly good. I've allowed them quite a long time to burn in. I've always had them on my Samsung Galaxy S just plugged in and playing. I had them running through directly through a 3.5mm jack on my my sound card, which is the Asus Zonar D1. So they have proved to become better over time. When you first get them out of the box, they really sound quite muddy, and what I mean by muddy is that the sound seems quite lost, whereas over time they start opening up. But one thing that doesn't really improve, because in my opinion it can't really improve because it's quite good out the box, is its bass response. As you can see there, marketed as being bassy headphones, and that's exactly what they do. Very bassy, very punchy, and I actually prefer the punchiness, so to speak, of these. Now it could be because they're 40mm drivers and they're quite tighter. People have reported that with the XP500s, the 40mm version of the 700s over here, and they say they're much more punchier. Now I've got to agree, these are much more punchier than my XP700s. However, the soundstage and in terms of the actual mids and highs are kind of lost due to that low-end bass that you actually hear, and actually quite a nice punchy sort of bass. Almost imagine something hitting you in the ear like that, but not extending and not like being crystal at the top. These are your headphones. Apart from that, I mean, if you look at the price, they're cheap. They're just say £5 cheaper than the 500s. So why would you buy these over the 500s? Well, simply because, I mean, I'm not trying to prejudice against anyone or something like that, but if you were a girl and you bought these, they suit you very, very well. I mean, I had these. My girlfriends my girlfriend was wearing this, they absolutely suit her really, really well, whereas these ones just look stupid, or, you know, its metallic finish didn't really suit her that much. It looked more kind of boyish, or kind of, you know, something you'd put next to your sound system, as you can see in the background over there. But with these, you know, you walk around, they actually fit the bill. I looked on Headfi, people were complaining about, you know, the stupid looks or the skull candy looks. Well, I'm sorry, I actually quite like them. It's quite nice retro feel to them. Thus the name. It almost like a microphone. Looks like you can sing to it right there. And I actually quite like the looks. I can't see myself personally wearing them, as in I don't really wear headphones outside anyway. It's mostly for indoor use for me. But if I were ever to wear headphones outside, I'll definitely pick these ones. But in terms of the overall sound quality, I'll definitely pick those ones. So I mean, it depends on what you want. It's, for me, choosing these, it's style over you know, usability in terms of function. For the price you pay, they're definitely worth, you know, £35. I'll definitely pay £35, but I wouldn't see myself paying anything more than £35 or £30 for these headphones. So, I mean, I've really enjoyed listening to these headphones. Quite punchy bass, very good looks, usability quite nice, quite comfortable with the padding up here and the padding over here. As you can see, it's quite soft. 40mm driver, fits around most ears, which is quite nice. Sound quality wise, very good. As I said, the bass is punchy, however it loses out on its sort of the sound stage. It's not that huge. And on top of that, apart from the soundstage, the actual highs and mids are kind of washed out a little bit, but the lows are definitely pronounced in these headphones. And then finally, obviously, the 3.5mm jack being straight, but we've got gold plating here, so that's quite good for connectivity in the long run. So there you go, guys. Well, that's pretty much the review. If you've got any questions about the headphones, please do post them below. But in terms of overall, you know, in terms of 10 out of 10 ratings, looks, I'd give them like 8 out of 10, depending on your style. Obviously, I mean, I could see these for good like skaters or rock people which like rock, or, you know, a girl which wants to look stylish but yet have good sound quality. These would be definitely the ones to go for. However, you know, if you're like me, you like rap and stuff like that, or, you know, you walk around with these, people might think, yeah, hey, maybe he's into rock or something like that, but you know, that's giving out the wrong impression, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of subjective in terms of looks, but it's up to you to decide how they look or how you find them. Yeah, I mean, apart from that, for looks, I would suggest 8 to 9 out of 10, depending on your taste. I would give them a solid 8. 8 to 9, as I said, out of 10. In terms of sound quality wise, I would give them 6 out of 10, and simply because the mids and highs are kind of lost. But then again, saying that, it mainly focuses on the lows rather than the highs and mids. Therefore, I can't give it any lower rating, because that's what it's aimed to give you, a good bass response, and that's exactly what it does. So it delivers well there. So there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And one final remark is that when you're putting them on, easy way of telling right and left is just looking at this sticker. If you're wearing them like this, as you can see, the right side has a red sticker, so it's quite useful. Just it's a quick, I guess it says the brand there, I-Mego, but it's actually quite useful. It's quite easy to distinguish. So yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, totally dubbed out. See you guys. Bye bye.